Okay, so in this video, I am starting from the last video. And so you guys need to know, or you need to have looked at, I think it's video 6, and then this will be video 7. This should be video 7. Maybe the numbers will change, but in video 6, we just did all of this, so you may need to go look at that video first. All right, so we're going to bump our image number up 1, okay, right? Because we want it to go, it starts at 0, then it's going to go to 1, etc. So we do that right here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, we're going to create a variable called new source path, and this is going to be the path to our new image, and we're going to create a function. And I'm going to go this, call it image number, and we're going to call that create source path. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to declare a function. And it's going to take an argument and we'll call it number. Okay. So what's going to happen here, I've got my new image number, right? If it starts at 0, it's going to go to 1. Okay. And I'm going to call this function here, and it's going to pass image number, okay, all the way down to it. And I have decided that inside of the function, in here, what this value was will now be called number. Okay? It doesn't matter that we call it with image, the phrase or the name image number. We can call it anything we want here. We can give it any name we want. All right? And the fact that I called it number, I could call it my number, I could call it happy number, I can use any word I want here. But inside my function, I'm going to refer to it as number. Okay? All right, so, and then what I'm going to return, well, you'll see. Well, a function will return a value, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to return final path. Okay? And we're going to send, when we finish in here doing all our work in here, our final image path, we're going to send it back as final path, okay? And it will come right there. And what are we talking about here in terms of this path? All right, so here's the source, and we call this a path, okay? We call that a path. The images folder and then the file name together. All together, we call that a path, okay, or a file path, okay? So what I'm doing is I am separating this function away from this code so that I can make it, well, we say that it will be more modular, okay? And that means we separate out different concerns, okay? All right, but at any rate, let's do it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to check if number is 5, then we're going to do something down here. Then I'm going to do this. Final path equals images 0.png, okay, and I'm going to return final path. Now, what's that? Well, you see here, at some point, I I'm sorry, you guys. I decided to start it at 0. I really did. I decided to start it at 0, so it may seem strange, but you know, arrays are 0 based, so I did that way. All right, so first this will go 1, 2, here at some point. So you see there's 5 images, but this one's named number 4. So when our image number gets to 5, we know we need to come all the way back here and start over. All right? So we're going to test for that. If we get past the number 5, then we want to go all the way back and we want to finish. Okay, so I'll return, my function will return, bang, boom, boom. So it's going to return this string all the way back here, and it's going to be stored in new source path. And this code, the rest of my code here that I'm about to do, okay, my code in here, will be ignored. It will not execute. Okay, it will return the flow of control. Okay, the flow of control will come back to there. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Var first part equals, let's do it this way, images, var second part equals number, right? Var third part equals .png. Okay. Var final path equals first part plus second part plus third part. Okay. Then, okay, so then we simply then return final path, because our number is the part that is going to change, right? Okay. So let's think here. Is that, where are we in this? All right. So then we want to, we want to grab our image. Okay, and our attribute will be source, and it will be, what it will be, new source path. Okay, that should do it. Now, where's that? Do we have any of these alerts? Because we can turn those off. Yeah, we turn those off. All right. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's refresh it. So Electron's really cool. You can make desktop applications for Windows, for Macintosh, for Linux, in using Node.js, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. Okay, there we go. So next what we're going to do is we're going to create a banner that uses the same technology using a timer. We're going to use a JavaScript timer to slowly go through and flip through a banner on a website. So it'll go flip, flip, just like that, right? So we're going to use essentially the very similar techniques to do that.